Okay, here's a quick review of the Manage Communications process in the 6th edition of the PMBOK. Alright, so first, starting with the inputs, we had the project management plan, which essentially is saying, what are we trying to manage? And that obviously would include your communications management plan, because that is really spelling out what do we want to see, how do we want it to look, how are the communications expected to go. And so if we're going to manage that, we need to know what the plans were to manage. Also, there could be various different project documents that could be used in order for us to best manage the communications. Such things as if there's been any changes. So a change log to let us know if there's been changes and what has been changed in the communication, so we're not managing the wrong thing, right? Also, probably the most important one would be our stakeholder registry. That includes the team and the others within our project that hold a stake in the success or failure of the project. Also, the information on how things are going, so that work performance data, and not necessarily the information yet, because we'll have that at the end, but the data that's coming in and how the work is going, things going well, not going well, etc., and how we in our organization or in our project environment are working, and the influences in our environment, that is our enterprise environmental factors, and then any templates and tools and lessons learned. Those are organizational process assets that we can take advantage of within our organization. So all of those are our inputs. Then the various tools and techniques that we can use in our managing of the communications would be, well, the technology. There's lots of different tools that exist. You know, your Twitters, your Slack, your Skype, all those kind of tools and techniques are available for us. The various different methods in which we communicate. You know, do we speak it out? Do we type it out in an email? Do we pantomime? I don't know. It just, whatever it takes to get the message across, how do we go about getting that message sent? Even the nods at a meeting. Oh, and speaking of meetings, as in fact one of those other tools and techniques that we use to communicate and manage our communications. Also, there could be many different formats, but if you think about all the reports that we run and that we share and we use or we post on the wall, whatever way that your project needs it. So the project reports, maybe you have tools like a project management tool that will make this easier, and it shows all the communications, the dashboards, what have you. That's your project management information system. This one was the reports. This one was the meetings. This one, we had the communication technologies that are available. And this is the methods. Oops, there we go, methods. And we also have different types of skills. You have the communication skills of an individual, say you, and then there's also the skills of your teammates and your various different stakeholders and how they communicate. And that would be both the actual method they go about communicating, and then sort of the interpersonal, the way that things connect, or how we are able to read each other and listen to each other and present us in the best ways. Okay, then from there we have our outputs, and well, the obvious one should be our project communications, where we should have information about our projects being distributed, being sent out, being made, whatever method that is based on our plans. There could be updates to the project management plan based on how things have improved or changed, or just how things are going. Also, the documentation that we have could also be updated, and then as well as your organizational process assets. If we're learning new methods, or we have a better tool or template that we want to use, well, then that would be an update to our OPAs. So All in all, that is a quick review of the inputs, outputs, tools, and techniques of managed communications.